Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in any part of this country other than Morrisville, North Carolina, you're not playing competitive cricket at this time of the evening. But here we are from Church Street Park, the heart of cricket in Morrisville in the Triangle area, presenting the first playoff game in this beautiful T10 competition between the Assassins and the Triangle Bravehearts. 10 teams fought for over 3 weeks, fought real hard for a spot in the last four, and we had them decided in the very last over of the league game last evening. Triangle Bravehearts topped their group, and the Assassins, by defeating Blaze in the last league game, qualified in second position from their group, and they are now fighting for a spot in the final of this beautiful, beautiful competition. Weather's brilliant here. It's bright and very sunny, extremely warm. There's nothing that's going to stop these teams from exhibiting some wonderful cricket action this evening. The news is that the team Assassins won the toss and elected to bat. We'll bring you news about the squads and other additional details in just a couple of minutes. For the moment, it's Shubham Singh Gaur who opened the bowling, the left arm quickie for Triangle Bravehearts. Naresh Rami Reddy and Aniket Valimbe, the opening batters for the Assassins. It's early stages, it's just a 10-over game, and the Assassins have just opened their account with a run on the board of the very first delivery. Nicely pitched up there by Shubham Singh Gaur, driven straight, not looking to take the risks yet. It's just 3 deliveries, but the power play in this game is only for 3 overs. So batters usually start taking their chances at going after the bowling from the very first over. There's not too much time to settle down. And as we've seen in the last couple of days, the pitch has been behaving pretty well. We've seen some scores 80, 75, 80 in the last couple of days. And after behaving pretty sticky in the first few days of the previous week, it's kind of settled down. The first ambitious shot from Naresh Rami Reddy comes down the track and hits it through the line of the ball. The ball goes towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. 2 fielders trying to pull that one back, unable to do so. So the first boundary secured by Team Assassins. And remember, Team Assassins are the defending champions. They were the winners from the 2022 edition, and they know a thing or two about winning championships. They know they didn't perform as well as they would have expected in the league stages, but managed to make it to playoffs, and that's all that counts. It doesn't matter how many points you won the games by, how many runs you scored against the opposition, what was your net run rate. Nothing matters now. All that matters is they are out in the center in this playoff game, the only opportunity for either team. And if they can win this, they can seal a spot for another final. And they've retained most of their players, and some of them that they had to let go were also picked in the auction earlier this season. So they have almost the same squad from the previous season, and they have gelled well in the previous season and for the most parts this season as well. Pitched up a little bit of width offered. Some nice bounce there on that end. Taps it towards point and gets a single to finish over number 1. The score is 8 without the loss of any wickets. The Assassins. It's a good start for the Assassins. Welcome back to Church Street Park. Over number 2 set to start in this all-important first semi-final between Triangle Bravehearts and Assassins. Score 8 without loss for the Assassins after having won the toss and decided to bat. A second over will be delivered by Anirudh Bolisetti, the youngster. He's been in some decent form this tournament, hasn't rocked the floor, but has picked up wickets in almost every game, especially in the power play. He bowls usually 1 over in the power play and then comes back towards the end of the innings, bowls the 8th, 9th or the 10th over. He's done all of those things in the past depending upon game situations. Anirudh Bolisetti running in to bowl to Aniket Walimbe. Starts off with a big wide there. Aniket Walimbe coming out of an injury. He had hurt his ankle about a couple of weeks ago. Was heavily wrapped for a few days. He's an important player, one of their retention players from the previous season. Can score really, really big. That's in fact Naresh Rami Reddy on strike. Aniket Walimbe is on the other end after having hit that wonderful boundary from the previous over. Anirudh Bolisetti trying to generate some pace, but unable to hold the line that he would prefer to bowl. Wants to keep it outside off, but it gets it a little too wide for the umpire's liking and being called wide twice in succession. Once again, not getting it right. It's the semi-final. It's the second over. You got to set the tone as the fast bowler, but Anirudh Bolisetti struggling to do that. He doesn't want to get down the leg side far too straight, so he's trying to keep it outside off, but it's just not falling in the right spot for him and in the right line. A 4th time attempting to bowl that first legal delivery. Bowls a beautiful one finally. Beautiful length, beautiful line. Bounces wonderfully well into the hands of the wicketkeeper. So 4th time successful after bowling 3 wides. If he can now pick up a wicket in this over and keep it down to just a couple of more runs, not more, and this would have turned out to be an excellent over for the Triangle Bravehearts. Beautiful shape there again. This time the umpire's happy. Finally, Anirudh Bolisetti starting to get things right. And the Assassins wouldn't mind those 2 dot balls. They've already got 3 runs off this over. They like to hit a couple of boundaries here to make it a big over and a handsome one for themselves. It's not going to be easy against the well-trained bowling of Anirudh Bolisetti. 3rd time, beats the outside edge of Naresh Rami Reddy, safely taken by the wicketkeeper. So there's 3 balls that have gone without any runs. No bat involved in any ball this over. No one's going to believe that it's an evening of the fall season. It's beautiful. It's as bright and warm as a summer evening. This time gets the outside edge and flies past the wicketkeeper. The short third man had absolutely no chance. He was standing pretty fine, and despite that, not able to stop, not able to even get a hand to it. I don't even think a dive could have helped him get a hand or stop that one. After 3 back-to-back dot deliveries, an outside edge and a 4 conceded, they will take it with both hands, the Assassins. The score has now quickly moved on to 15 for the loss of no wickets, and we have 2 more deliveries still left in over number 2. within the power play. Now put some bad starts running, little bit of a hesitation. It's going to be easy wicket. Naresh Ramireddy kind of forgetting that Aniket Walimbe has an injury to his leg. Probably made it very safely and easily on another day, but not today. The first wicket gone. He didn't want to run Aniket. He shouted no. Naresh probably not hearing it, forgetting the fact that he was not going to be able to run quickly like he would normally do, sets off and also sets off the wickets column for the Assassins in this semi-final. So a nice comeback there by the Triangle Bravehearts after having conceded 15 of the first 2 overs. A wicket, not something that they took, but was kind of gifted by the opponents, the Assassins, in the form of a run out. O'Neill Davey comes in. Yeah. Davey comes in to take strike. There's a little bit of a confusion on who had to be on strike. I wouldn't complain because there's some new rules around new batters coming in, old batters taking strike, but they are not to do with runouts. They are to do with catches that go up in the air. No strike rotation during catches is the new law. Nothing to do with runouts, but the batters getting a little confused there. There's a chance of another run out there. Almost had it. Once again, Naresh took off. O'Neill Davey had absolutely no idea of taking a run for that one. Went straight to the fielder at mid-off. A direct hood would have absolutely had the second wicket tumbling for the Assassins, but wasn't the case. Misses the stumps. A single taken in the form of an overthrow. And nobody from the Triangle Bravehearts would complain for that overthrow because it was an absolute chance for getting that second wicket. Just probably missed by a whisker there. Some kind of a technical issue with the scorecard not getting updated yet. Still stuck in over number 2 that we're in the middle of over number 3. Or we're at the beginning of over number 3, so all good. I'm being corrected here. Shubham Singh will bowl out. A bowler can only bowl 2 overs. And the Triangle Bravehearts do not want to hold him for later. Angled across, the umpire thinking for a couple of seconds there, but deciding in favor of the bowler. So another dot ball within the power play. O'Neill Davey just got off the mark with the courtesy of a run out. He can hit the ball big, and he'll hope that this evening he can show some mighty blows and put his team on top. With offered, hits it straight, chance of another run out there. The fielder there fumbling a little bit, unable to pick the ball, and it does offer the batter some time to get back into the crease very safely. That was beautifully hit, well timed, but straight to the fielder. Either side of him would have been a boundary, but wasn't the case. So Shubham Singh, beautiful length there from him, just keeping it pretty close to the stumps, not offering too much width. This could be the one that he would try and bring back in. Gotta wait and see if he does that. Another time with offered, throws his hands outside edge, flies straight to Arjun Sharma. The young fielder who trains for so many hours to get his fielding right is not going to drop that one. Second wicket down for the Assassins. It's just a question of time, the way O'Neill was trying to throw his bat on ball. So Sai Kiran Nadella comes to the crease. The scorecard says Sai Anup Reddy. It's definitely a mistake there. I'm sure it'll be corrected at some point. It's Sai Kiran Nadella, the guy who played the anchor role, the key reason for Assassins playing this semi-final. He won against the Stars just by taking runs, by running across the turf, no boundaries. He did hit a couple of them towards the end, but predominantly was running very, very hard. He and Naresh actually did the job that evening, which gave them those 2 important points, which has put them in this playoff right now. And he'll be looking to have a repeat of that evening in this semi-final. Angle down the leg side, misses everything. Safely collected by Rajesh Uppalapati, the wicket-keeper of Triangle Bravehearts. Rajesh, one of the senior-most players in Triangle Cricket League, was one of the ex-executive committee members. Very excited to be on a cricket field at any given point of time. A guy who never quits. We wish you well. Shubham Singh Gaur comes in and angles one more time across the right-handed Sai Kiran. Bowling well within himself and well to the well-set field is Shubham Singh. Not sure what's going to be a good target on this surface. It's a semi-final, so the pressure of the must-win scenario and a place in the final will be all over the heads of every player in the team. Beautifully driven, a no ball called. Absolutely smacked down straight through the line. No chance for anybody to come and cut it off. 5 runs. What was a beautiful over until then has turned out to be a good one right now, with that no ball and a boundary and a free hit being offered to the new batter. A free hit coming up from Shubham Singh Gaur to the new batter Sai Kiran, who just smacked one straight down the ground. Bowls a slower one, heaves that one brilliantly through the deep mid-wicket region. There was no protection there and it wouldn't have mattered. He clears his front foot, hits that one outside of the boundary line for a big 6. A huge shot there from the blade of Sai Kiran Nadella. Just faced 3 deliveries. I think the umpire is just correcting it to be a boundary. Have to wait for the final signal. A 4 has been declared. Looks like it just bounced a yard or so inside the circle. So that's back-to-back boundaries. So that one legal delivery costing them 9 runs. And once again puts the Assassins a little bit on the driver's seat, as they've scored 26 in just 2.5 overs. Yes, they would be a little worried about the 2 wickets that they've lost, but it's a 10-over format. As long as they can keep striking at 10 runs per over, they're going to get up somewhere towards 100 runs, and that'll be a very, very good target on a semi-final in a ground like this. Pulls the length back a little bit. Sai Kiran equal to the question, defends it to the offside. What started to be a good over for Shubham Singh ends up slightly in favour of the Assassins at the end of power play. 26 runs scored for the loss of 2 wickets. End of power play. Spin being introduced into the attack. Srikanth Gangiri, their premier marquee player, coming into the attack. Naresh Ramireddy drove that through the extra cover region. Little bit of a misfield. Allowed them to come back for 2 runs. And this is what's going to set these two batters apart from the other ones in their team, Sai and Naresh. Good understanding. They play with each other, even in the local league. Many years of companionship is going to help them run better. They showed that against the Stars the other evening. Ran the game home. Now looking to do the same thing. Tap straight to the fielder. No confusion. Easily off to a single. Sai Kiran picked up that very, very slow floater from Srikanth Gangiri. Tries to hit it hard, not getting the timing that it wanted. The slog sweep not coming on, but safely enough for single. The well flighted delivery. Not sure if he's getting any turn or anything. He's just flighting the ball, throwing it up, asking the batters to use their muscle to get the runs if they wanted to. Not the worst of ideas, but there's not really any revolution or anything of that sort coming. Too slow. Once again, Sai trying to play the slog sweep, getting an under edge, missing the stumps, goes towards the fine leg region for a single. So it's been a teasing over from Srikanth from the far end, keeping it really slow, asking the batters to try and hit and hoping that they would do a mistake and throw the wicket away by hitting it up in the air. Another very slow delivery outside off stump, no turn whatsoever. Just pitches and find its parabolic path into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. Finished his first over and concedes just 6 runs. Assassins 32 for the loss of 2 wickets. More spin being introduced here at Church Street Park in the semi-final game between Assassins and Bravehearts. 4 overs done, 32 on board, 2 wickets lost. Arjun Sharma, the young leg spinner, top order batter for the Youth League, comes in, bowls one, yet another loopy delivery, inside edge by Sai Kiran. Tries to drive that through the cover region, gets some kind of an edge and goes towards back of the square leg. And he gets another run added to the board, 33. Spins away, hits it straight to the fielder, but wouldn't matter to Sai Kiran. Just took off and kept running. Would have been very, very close had he picked it up clean on the first attempt and thrown it back to the keeper. Wasn't the case. Another run added. Well-flighted delivery. It's a replica of what's been happening ever since spin has been introduced into this equation. Trying to play a slog sweep, thick inside edge all along the ground, goes towards deep square leg, and excellent running gets them 2 more runs. So leg spinner introduced into the bowling attack, also being introduced into the calm box. Pranav Gavali, another brilliant leg spinner, joining me here at the calm box.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Shwetan Uncle. It's always lovely to be here back at Church Street Park, especially when the times are a lot more fun to watch, I guess, because here now we're at the playoffs. I can't believe T10's almost over.
Yes, everything has to come to an end, good and bad. This has been a great, great event. 2 more days of cricket left in this tournament. 2 teams will qualify for the final tomorrow as a result of the 2 games that will happen this evening. One has already started. Coming down the track, Naresh, how hurtful is it that your team has not made it to the playoffs, Pranav Gavali, despite some wonderful performances throughout the season, throughout the league stages by you and some of your team members?
I mean, yeah, it always stings not making it to the playoffs. That's the ultimate goal, trying to win the tournament in the end. Some things went our way, some things didn't go our way, and ultimately it caused us to get out of the playoffs race. But I think the team did everything they possibly could have. Some things could have been fixed, but in the end, it's up to the game of cricket, how it gives you the output.
Yeah, it's 39 for 2 at the end of over number 5. We'll talk more when we come back. Yeah, that's Krish Vishwanathan, the owner of Triangle Bravehearts, in the leftmost of the 3 men who are behind this team. One in the center is Sabu. He's known to be in the center of many things. He's also in the center here. And then Amar Natarajan, yet another manager. He manages almost everything right now, trying to make some corrections to the field. It's brilliant to watch. May not look very, very professional with team managers and owners setting fields, but the story is that they have done it all well together and they have reached the playoffs and they are playing the semi-final, and that's the truth. So Shrikant Gangadi, how do you see his bowling? It doesn't seem to have too many revs or anything. Just comes, lobs it up in the air, pitches and goes through to the wicketkeeper, asking the batters to use their muscle.
I think this is what this type of bowling is what really is needed in Church Street. But at times when the batsmen, they adapt to that style of bowling just like that. You can see Sai Kiran, he used his feet, went across, swept it towards the backwards square leg region.
Yeah, he picked his field. He had enough time. He struggled the previous over, trying to play the lofted sweep or the slog sweep, unable to get some timing. There's so much time, and the ball literally does nothing after pitching, so he had to just go across the line. Beautiful placement. Picked a spot probably last night. And Rajesh Uppalapatti Gets under that one. It went skywards. This time, once again, trying to play this sweep or getting a top edge. Rajesh was all over it for a couple of seconds, but eventually managed to grab it with both hands. Important wicket that for the Triangle Bravehearts. The Assassins will be kicking themselves for the loss of that wicket. Saikiran not only can hit the big shots, but can run really hard and add those extra runs to the team.
The new batsman coming in is Bhushan. At the fall of 3 wickets, the Assassins are now just 43 in this range of 5.2.
Bhushan Gunage is the new batter. Could have probably forgot to finish his laundry in time wearing his last season's jersey. Not that many he's going to pick, and that would have been his thought process as well. It's also possible that he thought that it was his lucky jersey. He won the tournament for his team last season, bowling the last over. Maybe wanted to do it for those sentimental reasons. You never know. It's a game of sentiments, cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of superstitions may go into the game when playing. I think that's just one of them. One of the superstitions that Bhushan might have.
I remember a day when I woke up. I woke up in front of my daughter and then went back to sleep and asked my son to come over because the previous day I hit a 50 waking up in front of my son. That's how stupid sometimes superstitions are. And to complete the story, I scored a duck the second day.
Beautiful running here in the middle.
Yeah, these are young legs. They're very fit legs rather, not young legs. Bhushan comparatively much younger than many of the adult league players. Naresh a fit guy. So the loss of size wicket really hasn't hampered their running between the wickets. I found a like-to-like match in Bhushan who can run. But can Bhushan hit the ball? Just as I ask, he shows that he can. Hits that beautiful boundary between deep square leg and mid-wicket. Not an easy shot to play. It was outside off stump. He had to pick it up and hit it with a lot of power. Times it beautifully. Gets another boundary. So 51 at the end of over number 6. The Assassins, despite losing 3 wickets, going really well.
Coming back into the spell is Arjun Sharma, the youth leg spinner.
Yeah, he bowled his first over really well. He was the reason for a couple of wickets. Affected that run out first up and then also took a nice catch towards the short third man region. Bowled a decent over of leg spin, conceded 7 runs in that first over. Comes back to bowl his second and his last over.
He's a talented youth leggy. He can bowl with many different he has many different variations in his pocket. He can loop the ball. He can bowl flat. He can bowl quick. He's got everything in his back.
The question really is, do you have to use all of them in a T10 game? You just get 12 deliveries to bowl at the batters. Not sure if he used any of the variations, but that one was absolutely straight. Trying to sweep that one, Bhushan. Too full to sweep. Hits it on the pads. Probably his knee. There's no doubt in the umpire's mind. Putting that finger up. Sending him on his way back to the pavilion. Bhushan started well, but ends very quickly in the procession. The Assassins 4 down.
Yes, the Assassins will not be happy with that wicket fallen. They've had a good amount of runs coming on the board, but at the same time, the wickets they've been falling in quick succession, and I don't think that's what this format might offer. The one person needs to take it towards the end. He needs to play at a good strike rate. I think Naresh might be trying to do that, but looking at the strike rate, I think he needs to accelerate a bit.
They got 52 runs on the board. They got a good 3.5 overs left in the innings. Naresh still at the crease. He's known to score some big runs for his team. May not be able to muscle it like many others, but he can score some runs. And I think if they can put even another 30 runs on the board in the next 3 overs, I know 4 wickets are down, but as I keep saying, this is not necessarily a game of wickets, but wickets do matter. Arjun Sharma bowls another one, midland leg. Once again, the same mistake from the batter, Naresh. Repeat of what Sai did, trying to sweep across the line, too full, and the lights glow up there. 5 down. It's such a wonder that being despite being such a short format, 10 overs, you still need that little bit of consolidation every now and then. I think the Assassins have put themselves in that sort of a situation right now where they've lost 2 important, good batters in the span of 4 deliveries. So Smeet would not want to try and play a big shot too early in his innings and throw his wicket away. Would rather want to score those 3-4 singles and then wait for the last over or over and a half to try and muscle some over the boundary.
Yeah, like you said, that's exactly what he does. He's got to do a huge job for the team here. They've lost a couple of wickets in a quick amount of time. He's got to take it deep. He's got to get some runs on the board.
They should be looking to score at least 20 runs from here to put a good amount of pressure on the Triangle Bravehearts. 50 to 60 is not going to be. That one clearly going down the leg side. Probably even pitched on leg stump, and the googly turning and missing the leg stump clearly. Just a half-hearted question there, not even an appeal from Arjun. He ends a beautiful spell of 2 overs. He picked up 2 wickets and gave away 10 runs. He and his friends and his teammates will be mighty pleased with that effort.
It's those types of spells that the bowlers put for the team in the middle that really change the momentum of the game. I think Arjun has just brought that to the table for the Triangle Bravehearts. Got 2 quick wickets, 2 big wickets too, and just a matter of 10 runs given in the span of 12 balls, which I think is very, very good in this short formatted game of T10 cricket.
Yeah, the new bowler coming into the attack in over number 8 is Harun Varich, a well-renowned cricketer in the local league, a veteran of sorts. His brother Suhail have played a lot of cricket. They play in the same team usually. Even here they do. Starts off with a delivery angled across the right-hander, swings out a little bit, opens the face, does Smeet Pandit, gets a single. He's got to tickle some runs here, about 6-7 runs in the next over and a half, and then in the last 9 or 10 deliveries try to score a few boundaries, and that should put them somewhere around 85. 85 will definitely be a pretty competitive score given the context of this game and the nature of the wicket.
What would you say would your thoughts be right now at the moment if you were the captain of the Assassin squad?
That's exactly what I was calling it out in my mind. Maybe at the beginning I would have wanted to score 100, maybe even 120 if things went well like I had planned. But now it's time to settle down to plan B, and that's not a bad one either. If you can score 4 or 5 runs over the next over, and then you give yourself some 8 to 9 balls to try and get a couple of boundaries or sixes, you are looking at a score of about 80. And that will definitely be a competitive score on the surface, unless somebody from the Bravehearts goes berserk. But for a start, it will be a satisfying score. This one, big shot there attempted. A misfield there by Srikanth in the long on boundary. Goes into the fence, so they are now at 61. The boundary does help the Assassins get a little bit closer towards that target that I was talking about.
It's a competitive total, not like a safe total, but I think it's defendable, it's manageable. The Assassins can work with it.
Another big shot there, goes straight to long on. This time the same fielder grabs that one, catches that safely, doesn't want to celebrate. He's still upset with the boundary that he conceded the previous ball. Stays well near the boundary, but the sixth wicket has fallen there for the Assassins. 61 for the loss of wicket number 6. Seems to be a good set of batters. They keep coming. It's 6 down, and then we see Vikram Reddy Gudur walking into the crease, and he was responsible for single-handedly winning at least a couple of games the previous season. Still remember those beautiful shots on the offside when nobody expected him to score on the offside, with the fielders well placed for slog shots towards the death overs. He showed the bowlers and the fielders that he is a mighty good player on the offside. This time little wide, trying to play a similar sort of shot that I was trying to explain, but being his first delivery, not getting enough hand speed to put bat on ball. Ends over number 8, 61 on the board.
New bowler coming in from the closer end is Anirudh Bolaseti. He bowled the second over of the innings. It was a good over. Batsmen were struggling to play him a bit, but one boundary was a hit from the Assassins, an edge towards the third man region.
Absolutely. Anirudh bowled a pretty decent over. Started off with 3 wides, but came back pretty strongly. And then it just ended up being a mixed over for him. Once again, starts off with a wide from the commentary box end. As we have Yogen Chauhan replacing me in the commentary box. He will spend some time with the prolific Pranav Gawali.
Thanks, Vetan. So yesterday, Assassins, they defended like 69. So I think I have full faith they can do it again today. What do you think, Pranav?
Yeah, there's a good chance, but the conditions, the outcomes, the factors, all of it's different. So they might have to play around with their bowling a bit to see what works for them.
And also, the pitch is very, very slow, so it might play an important role because they have Abhinam Yerua, who bowled brilliantly yesterday, and he was the key factor winning that yesterday's game.
I think they're putting all their hope in him as well. Spin is key on this wicket, knowing that it's a slow wicket, like you said. And I think Abraham Yerva, that's exactly what he delivers. On this occasion, Smith, it's on his pad. He just flicks it over the mid-wicket region. He finds the gap, and they'll get double for it. A great shot by Smith Pandit.
And for the first time, I'm seeing that Smith is, trying to play to his potential, because in his previous innings, he was not spending that much of time on the crease. So it's good to see him, playing his natural game.
Yeah, he's an aggressive batsman. He likes to attack the ball. He's always looking for that one run, that quick single.
But Pranam, did you see just now how spongy the wicket is, and it's coming really really slow.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what Unruh tried to do on this occasion. Tried to bring it, pull his length back a bit. He knows the wicket is slow. If they might try to play him early, and there's a good chance they're gonna miss it, or he might get bowled.
True.
And it's exactly what Unruh did on this occasion. But there is a bye, and it goes past the keeper and the third man fielder.
See, the bounce was so low that even keeper missed it, and it is like a welcome boundary. Smith thought that the ball is going to come quickly to him, and it didn't come, and everybody missed that ball. And welcome 4 runs.
Exactly, like I said previously, and Unruh is a smart bowler. He knows what to do. That's exactly what he did on this occasion. Pulled the length back a bit, tried to play it early, completely missed it. But the keeper Rajesh Uppalapati could not execute the final.
Oh, this is a beautiful placement. I think they should go for two. They have to go for two. Beautiful running. Is he out? No, good running, good running, good running, good running.
Beautiful running from Smeed, beautiful batting from Smeed, and the Assassins dugout is going crazy out there.
And Pranam, these 2 runs are key here. With this kind of pitch, if you keep on taking those 2 runs, and if everything is pitched up, then you can go for those shots. But if it is not pitching up, you have to just work around and take these twos. These will be very very important.
Yeah, it's a big boundary. You got a good set of fit legs in the middle. You got to make use
See,
of that.
that's what I was saying. If it is full, then you can go for like uh, straight shot. Don't play across the line, and try to play late. Especially for the spinner, I would say play late. But on the back foot, one problem is that once you are playing on the back foot, sometimes the ball stays so low that you don't have any chance of connecting it. So you can guide it instead of just cutting it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah. Just like you said, it's like from the way you described the pitch, it's very spinner friendly, and at times it can help pace as well if you know how to bowl on this wicket. Like on this occasion, under the bowl said he just completed his spell, 2 overs with just 17 runs given.
And if you remember correctly, last time when Anirudh got Trevin Griffin out, how quick the ball was. Today that ball is not going at all. I remember he completely missed his line and he was bowled. So that point of time the pitch was little quicker. Right now we are end of this, almost end of the tournament. So the pitch is very very slow. See,
Yeah, it's been used a lot of feet. I've been stomped around on it. A lot of young legs been running around on it. Pitch is bound to get a little worse over the course of the tournament.
but it's been a really good tournament. We also lost yesterday, and uh, pitch was very very slow. And we could have been playing here today. It was just a run rate. We must remember one thing. Anything can happen in playoff. I remember last year also, Assassin, they went quietly into final, and they defended a very small total of 60 something runs. I remember. I think Shubham was playing for Assassin last year, and he took a key wicket of Ryan Biggins last year.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this sport. Anything can happen. Any team can win. Any player can go off on any day.
I think there are no 2 runs here. Uh,
I think like me and Shweta Uncle talked about before, they might try to get about 280 or more to have a at least manageable or defendable total.
I think it's a good total because I don't know how the wicket is gonna behave in the second inning, but these runs on the board will always keep putting pressure, especially for the chasing team when it comes to the playoffs. There will be some scoreboard pressure, and few quiet overs of the quality spin can damage that pursuit of that chase
Yeah, it's
because the spinners they can put a lot of breaks.
exactly like you said. Arjun, I believe what you just have described as brought this to the table. 2 overs with 2 wickets taken and 10 runs given. And I think that's, like you said, in the middle overs, those periods of times are really crucial. It sets the momentum for the rest of the game, I believe. Um, the start of the innings, the opening overs, they also determine the momentum, but the middle overs determines how you can uh, bring the closure of the innings towards the end.
And we'll have to see how they ball to Shrikant, because if you pitch up to him, he's gonna go for his shots because he's very clean with his hitting. So I think the first inning is over, and Assassins, they have set a target of 80 runs. Pranav, what do you think about this total? Do you think this is a par score, or are they missing 10 runs? What do you say?
I think it's a par score. It's defendable. Knowing the spinners on the assassin side, Abraham Yerova and Bhaskar
Yes,
Pedin.
they scored 80, so 81 is the target. So I think it's a good score. It's a good score, and they have some good bowlers in their attack.
Yeah, they've
And
got Ritvik Uppity.
yes,
They've got Abraham Yerova, Bhaskar Pedinani. Those three, they've been on fire this season.
and
Bhaskar is climbing up the
yes, yes,
wickets.
and Bhaskar has been key in taking wickets. I saw him last year also. Last year he was the best bowler, and he is very very calm under the pressure, and he always delivers when his captain wants him to do that. So the chase is going to be very very interesting, and I'm looking forward to the kind of you know fireworks Shrikant Gingadi did last time. But I think right now the pitch is not the same. So I don't know he'll be able to play those kind of shots. But let us see how the opposition bowls to him.
Yeah, well said. I think the 4 overs from that are gonna come from Abraham Yerova and Bhaskar Pedinani are gonna be key in the in the process of defending the total of just 81.
And I'm highly impressed with the Assassins. The way they started their campaign was not good, because they lost to Samp Army, and it was an ordinary game for them. But the way they have come back stronger, it's been all credit goes to them and their leadership. Especially I think Naresh is a very good leader, and he is always calm. And yesterday I was talking to him alongside, Sai, and they were pretty sure that they're gonna save this. They're gonna defend this target when a target was not that big. It was just 69 runs. And also I saw him yesterday playing to Tanish. He was very very cleverly taking 2 runs instead of going for big runs. And so I think this is going to be very very good chase. So let us wait for that chase, and we'll see you then in couple of minutes.
Good start by the Triangle Bravehearts in pursuit of 81 for victory in this first semi-final against the Assassins. Srikanth Reddy made it look like child's play. Just pitched up and hit over the top. The moment he saw it pitched up, he just flicked his wrists. Asad pulls the length back. Does show that he's a good bowler. Beats the outside edge of Srikanth Reddy. Suhail Varich, Srikanth Reddy, Rohan Phadke, the three main batters of the Triangle Bravehearts batting lineup, the core I should say. Srikanth has shown time and again in this tournament that he's a wonderful timer of a cricket ball. He can take things away. He's also a powerful hitter if needed. Can win games single-handedly for his team. Went all out, the Triangle Bravehearts, to get him in the auctions. And he's won them at least a couple of games. It's been instrumental in putting the team in the playoffs. And the Assassins, well aware of all these, would want to get rid of him rather quickly. A full toss there by Asad. Just taps it gently towards the cover region and sets off for a single. Suhail Varich, and I think the role for Suhail would be predominantly put Srikanth on strike, and Srikanth can hit 5 or 6 balls out of the park in this innings. It could be almost all over for the Assassins. Last ball of over number 1 coming up. Asad pitches it short. Did it take the bat? We had to wait for the umpire signal. It definitely took something, I would say. A leg by signaled. So not a catching opportunity. Naresh was diving to his left, unable to grab that one. Lucky that it did not fly away to the boundary. Got his hands in the way, keeping it down to 7 at the end of over number 1. So that's an over that went in favor of the Assassins. The required run rate was 8 to start with, little over 8 to start with, and they conceded just 7 in that over. Abhiram Yerua being brought into the attack by the looks of it. A very good strategy, I would say. Srikanth loves pace on ball. Abhiram has been amongst the wickets in all formats. Picked up 3 important wickets in the semi-final of the Premier League last weekend. Also aided by an extremely good one-handed catch diving to his left. That of Mayur Chowdhury. That video went viral in the Triangle Cricket League's WhatsApp groups. He comes in to bowl to Srikanth Gangireddy. So definitely a lot of thinking that has gone in the defense by the Assassins. I saw the boys from Assassins gang up last night once they knew they qualified, having a lot of conversations. I'm sure this was definitely one of them. Abhiram Yerua, very good leg spinner, comes in, turns the ball against Srikanth Reddy. He'd be really, really unhappy that that one went for a single. He would want to bowl at him. He would want to keep him quiet for a couple of deliveries and try to see if he can go for that big shot and in the process get his wicket, but that wasn't the case. Easily given away, that single. Just like that one, batter going across the line. Suhail Varich, a big appeal from Abhiram, possibly an underedge there onto the pads. Bhaskar, the umpire, picks that underedge and immediately nodded his head in the negative for that appeal from Abhiram Yerua. So definitely trying to play those big shots, try to maximize the power play. It's a beautiful contest here. A very good young leg spinner, turning the ball away, putting in revs in the ball, the surface aiding, and the batter who's looking to take the bowlers to cleaners. tries to do that. Chance of a catch there, and it's been taken at mid-on. Just as we spoke, Abhiram Yeru, another youngster, Ritvik Appadi, takes the catch at mid-on. Jumping in joy, the Assassins, the big wicket of Srikanth Reddy, taken pretty early. The ploy, the plan works, and there's nothing that looks beautiful on a cricket field that gives more pleasure than watching your plan work. One down, Triangle Bravehearts.
Huge wicket for the Assassins. And Abram Yeruva makes the breakthrough. Huge breakthrough here. And now the young talent Rohan Phadke, the minor league star, he's coming in to bat. Rohan Phadke, he had a good run in the under-23 nationals, which occurred in Houston. Scored a brilliant century and a lot more runs after that. I'll be looking to take this wicket as well. And like I've said before, it's the playoffs, stakes are high, anything can happen in this game. So I'll be for the fourth ball, beautifully bowled here. He's found that channel, he just wants to stick to that channel, and he'll let the wicket and the batsman do the rest. Beautifully bowled here, Abram Yeruva. Saw him coming down the track, pulled it back a bit. Rohan Phadke completely misses it, and the leg stump has been chopped. Two big wickets for Abram Yeruva. This is not going the Triangle Bravehearts' way, but it is going Abram Yeruva's way at the moment. Suhail, the only man standing here with this team right now, looking to score a big innings for his side. And still one ball left of Abhi's over. It's been a great over so far. You can see Ritvik Appadi warming up here right next to him. We're looking forward to his over as well. And the new batsman is Harun Warich. The brothers in the middle. Let's see if their chemistry can bond. It can get their team to a decent total to get them to the desired target. It's a lovely over. Comes to an end from Abram Yeruva. Ritvik Appadi is taking off his sleeves, taking off the cap. He's fired up, pumped up, ready to go. Having a little chat with this keeper here. The Assassins, they know what they want. They know exactly why they are here. They are here to win. They are here to assert their dominance in this tournament. A magnificent, absolutely magnificent start from the Assassins. It's 2 overs with 9 runs given and 2 huge wickets, which being Rohan Phadke and Srikanth Gangadi. Ritvik Appadi is the new bowler. He took a good amount of a break in. The Assassins are fired up and pumped up. Like I was saying, Ritvik Uppity took a huge break in the middle of the actual game times, and he comes back straight into the playoffs and strikes first ball wicket, and Suhail Warish has to depart. There's just a speechless. This is a speechless performance from the Assassin side right now. No one knew this would happen. This was not expected at all. The Assassins are making an incredible comeback here at the moment. Ritvik Uppity being guided by Aniket Walimbe, looking to get a couple more wickets in the power play. The new batsman in is Gajendran. Brilliant stuff from the youngster. Both youngsters on this team, Abhiram Yarova and Ritvik Uppity, they are making a statement. They are here to win. It's a little too quick here for Gaja. Looks to cut it, but the ball just flies past his bat like a bullet. Some phenomenal stuff you can see here in the Assassin side right now. So when they got a little bit wide and the ball just trickles outside the wide line, the umpire is giving it. It's still a good over. It's still a great power play, and the Toronto Bravehearts are gonna have to come back very, very hard from this blow. From these couple of blows, actually. Ritvik Uppity, he bowled really well against the Samp Army side, not to mention the big wicket of Obis that he got. And he'll be looking to continue that from game one all the way down here into the playoffs. The skipper Naresh giving Ritvik a few suggestions. I think they might be looking to use the pace of this youngster. It's not that you see a 15-year-old bowling this quick every day. He's, from what I've heard, from what everyone's heard in the youth area, he's clocked about 120 Ks in India. And the second wicket has fallen. This one has been chopped on. He brings it in, tries to play on the back foot, but it's just toppled on his bat and it's hit the stumps. Great, great bowling here from Ritvik Uppity. Both youngsters striking from both ends. Abhi from the closer commentary box and Ritvik from the far end. The Assassins, they'll be very happy in picking up these two youngsters. The Assassins, they'll be looking to go forward into the finals again. The new batsman is the left-handed pacer Shubham Singh Gaur. I'm sorry, he is a right-handed batsman, left-handed bowler. It's been very well driven from Shubham, showing those signs of intent which are desperately needed from the Triangle Bravehearts at the moment. Not looking to play defensive, not trying to play cheeky, just playing to the merit of the ball, just driving it, respecting it if it's a good ball, and punishing it if it's a bad ball. It's been a little bit short and it's been carved to the point region. Won't go anywhere, they'll just get the single. Still a great over from Ritvik Uppity, and I'm definitely looking forward towards the over that's yet to come from Abraham Yerva, I'm assuming from the com box end. With this start that the Assassins have brought, with these two youngsters that have delivered very, very well, I think the momentum has shifted a lot towards the Assassins. And they'll be looking to keep that momentum on their side. They want to keep pressure on the Triangle Bravehearts at all times. And the end of another beautiful over from another youngster comes to an end. Ritvik Uppity just 4 runs given with 2 wickets. And they might be saving Abraham Yerva towards the end. They know he's a trustworthy bowler, so he will not be coming on at the moment. But Bhaskar Pedineni will be coming on into the attack. He's another bowler in the triangle circuit who's been well known for taking a good amount of wickets. He's been in the wicket chase, in the wicket race for a while now. At the moment he has 7 wickets. And he strikes again, Bhaskar Pedineni, the off spinner coming into the attack. And Harun Warich has to depart. Another very bad blow for the Triangle Bravehearts. They are collapsing at the moment. Not exactly what they were expecting here tonight. Comes straight away and delivers for the team. Lovely, lovely work from Bhaskar here. This team really proving their worth in this tournament. Like last year, they won the championship, and they'll be looking to continue that form. Looking to be the defending champions of the T10 league. And the new batsman is Muhammad Aziz. Very well bowled by Bhaskar again. Just gives it a little bit of air, gives it width. The batsman can't do much but just swing across the line, and they're not going to get anywhere with that. Well bowled from Bhaskar once again, just continuing to find that rhythm, keep in that same channel, bowl it there over and over again, and hope the batsman will make a mistake, because in this short formatted game, there's a good chance the batsman will make a mistake rather than you earning the wicket. And there's been a bit of there's been a bit of a fumble here at the long on region, but it's not going to be a boundary. Good fielding there in the deep. Still, these two, Muhammad Aziz and Shubham, they will be looking forward to taking this game very deep. And just like I've said, this one has been launched over the deep mid region for a huge 6. The Bravehearts may be creeping back into the game. These two will have to take the game very, very deep in order to make this a successful run chase for them. This one has been tossed up. Played it smartly. It was wide. He just punched it. He just drove it hard towards the long off area. And just 9 runs given from that over. It's still a good over. He's got 1 wicket. At this rate, they're getting about a wicket and over, which is really, really good. In this stage of the game, they need to find a way to creep back into the. They need to find a way to get some runs on the board, to get that momentum back on their side, which they have lost currently. And the youngster, Ritvik Uprity, is coming back onto the attack to finish his spell. His second and last over. This youngster will be looking to take another couple of wickets here. It's always a joy bowling under the lights. It's always a joy bowling here in general. The environment that this ground, this area just brings, it's unexplainable. You just love being around this ground. You love being around this environment. There's kids, there's people walking around the ground, enjoying the game of cricket, while there's some action going on in the middle. There's some phenomenal stuff here from the assassin side. Aniket Walimbe with that throw. Straight to the fielder. I don't know what they were thinking. And Aniket takes his nice sweet time and shoots it at the bowler's end. And the Triangle Bravehearts, they will not be happy tonight. That's 1 more wicket fallen. And they become 6 down, just like that. The new batsman in is Rajesh Upalabhatti. The keeper from the Bravehearts side did an exceptionally well job on the field. He should be, and he will be, looking forward to taking the partnership with Shubham deep tonight, as I believe that these two may be the final hope for this team. You know, from the second over onwards, things have not been going the Triangle Bravehearts' way, and the momentum, as I've talked about before a lot, it all really matters how you start it in your opening overs, which the Triangle Bravehearts failed to bring. This one's a little too full. It's almost a low full toss. And he might have just gone a little bit of toe on it to push it down to the long off area. Great batting. Shubham Singora taking accountability for his team here. It's a brave decision here by Rajesh, playing such a speedy, quick bowler without a helmet. Really takes guts to play such a quick, tall bowler without a helmet. That too. This one he tried to shuffle down the track, try to place it in that gap between Aniket and the sweeper fielder. Couldn't get much bat on it though. This one another same type of run that they took when Mohammed was batting, but on that occasion Aniket fired at the stumps and he got a wicket. Shubham he ran down the wicket. Looks to be limping a bit. Some cramp in his knee, some cramp in his thighs, maybe. Sorry. With how the Assassins are rolling right now, they will definitely be looking to play in the finals, which will be occurring tomorrow here at the same ground at Churchill Park. Beautifully bowled here, right in the area where he wanted it. Shubham. Sorry, folks, about the technical difficulties. The stream was down for a bit, but we are back online, ready to go. And Abraham Yerva, if the stream may have went down, if you missed it, he got Rajesh Upalapati bowled. He tried to creep down the track. The wicket, Abhi pulled the length back a bit, and the wicket did the rest. Stayed low. Rajesh completely missed it, and he got bowled. Some smart bowling from the young leg spinner. It's a little shorter on this occasion, gets past short mid. It won't matter too much because he has protection down there. Some beautiful bowling from Abraham Yaruva. Just exactly what his team needed. They asked him to deliver, and he delivers right away. This one well bowled, but it's also well placed by Munna. So on the pads, he just flicked it towards the fine leg area. And knowing Churchill, it's a quick outfield, it'll run away for a boundary. Knowing how Abhi has been bowling, I think they want to play it out safe now. Don't give him any more wickets. Try to get some runs, but at the same time, play it safe. And at the position they are right now, it's looking very, very difficult for the Triangle Bravehearts to make a comeback. Munna and Shum Singh Gaur, they're gonna have to play a huge innings for the Shango Bravehearts to complete this chase, result of a victory. And a beautiful spell from Abhiram comes to an end as well. 8 runs given with 3 wickets taken. Some lovely work there by the youngster. Skipper called him on the bowl and he delivers right away. And the new bowler is Bhushan, coming in from the far end. And this is Pranav Gawali signing off from the comm box.
Good evening, gentlemen. 50 for 9. Bravehearts. They need 31 of over and some change. And Anirudh Bolisetti walking in. He's a very good batsman, actually. He's a rising star in this league, following footsteps of his brother, Abhiram. He's got a nippy bowling action and he bats with a straight bat, so always fun to watch these kids. The future of TCL. There's Bhushan coming in. Very nicely played. It's coming back for the second one. Very nicely played. So you're watching the first semi-final of the Triangle Cricket League T10 tournament. The Assassins almost through to the final. The second semi-final will be coming to you momentarily between the 11 Warriors and the Kiddos. Some high-profile players with 11 Warriors. Jesse, Jaskaran Malhotra, and on the Kiddos side, Kunal Sehgal, who's been in superb form in this tournament. Want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Suntech Pros, for this wonderful tournament. It's coming to an end with the second semi-final, followed by the final tomorrow night. So 1 over, 25 runs to win. Very good performance by Abhiram Yerua, the leg spinner with the ball. We had the pleasure of, maybe not, I wouldn't say pleasure, but we tried to play him in the semi-finals of the Triangle Cricket League, and he got 3 really great wickets. He got Siraj Khan out and Mayur Chaudhary as well, and Faraz Rafi bowled, clean bowled by him with a straight one, which I'm still bamboozled on how it just went between my bat and my pad. So really good to see this talent coming through, shining through Triangle Cricket League. Sai Kiran bowls very good Yorkers. His team had a great run this year. Hunters unfortunately lost in the semi-finals, but very spirited performance all year long. Only 1 loss out of 11. Let's see Harsha if he can cause any damage. He'll be showcased in the final this Sunday against the Stars. Plays for FIFA, and he's been scoring a lot of runs, so it's a very exciting matchup this Sunday. And the way FIFA beat Lions twice this year, it's been very inspiring. And the net run rate would not matter here. But 17 runs of 3 balls, so you might see 3 6s here. And our statistician Khalid Hassan is telling me if 2 6s and 1 4 is hit, there will be super over. So let's see if Sa has anything to say about that. Nicely played. Coming back for the second. What a lovely throw. So unless there's a no ball, this game is done and dusted. Very good outing by Assassins. Assassins have one of the premier batsmen in their team, and Aniket, very unorthodox, very explosive at the same time. I want to thank all the viewers for watching this match, enjoying this tournament as it comes to an end. And also thanks to Triangle Cricket League for organizing this tournament. It's a big success. See a lot of spectators. And that would be the end of the match. So congratulations to Assassins. And please join us shortly for the second semi-final.